Wonder Woman issue 4 by Greg Rucka and art by Nicholas Scott. So this is the second part of the year 1 story, because it's alternating between the two stories. And I thought this was better than the first part of the year 1 story.
Yeah.
I'm still enjoying the present day stuff more, but I thought this was solid.
Well, they're both solid. I can't pick which one I like more because they're feeling like I feel at the end of this they're both going to inform the other because here we learn that
I get that. I get that. I
yeah,
think,
once you leave Themyscira, you can't go back.
I think for me, there's just more intrigue in the present day stuff. Whereas this one,
Yeah.
it's just like it's like I've seen these beats before. It's playing out and
I
it's
get
good.
that.
You know.
I think the story as a whole, I'm enjoying the present day more, but this issue I feel was the best one yet as a single issue.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, I liked this. This went over her origin with stuff that we know, but also stuff that we don't.
I liked the build up to her like doing the pose to block the bullet because they're using the gun that they found on the wreck,
It's nice.
and they all two
Flippin'
get
Rucka.
shot. Which, by the way, made me laugh. Can
Yeah.
I just say that I was cracking up when these
Well-
two women get shot?
Well, because we're Steve Trevor in this, knowing we know what that does, and you've never seen them before. What are you doing?
Well, that's the
And-
point. He's standing there, being like, "What are you doing, you crazy bitches?"
Well, he's trying to stop
it."
them, and they're like, "Stand back, man! You have no place here." I also like that the Amazons aren't outwardly hostile towards him, like
I
we've
like that
seen
too.
other. And as much as I love the Azzarello run, I almost feel that could almost be like an Elseworlds style story, because they're doing Rucka's already setting it apart from that, where
Even
they're talking
at-
about Ares is
even-
being released.
Yeah, but even at the time when as it all started his run, it kind of felt like this
It was
is
divorced
different.
from everything else, wasn't
And
it?
it was also it was divorced from everything else that was Wonder Woman, but it was also divorced from the rest of the New 52. It didn't even feel
Yeah.
like it fit with the rest of what was going on.
Well, no, and that reminds me because in Justice League that Johns wrote, when we first meet Wonder Woman with Steve Trevor as her like, I don't want to say escort because then that sounds saucy, but her handler, and she's having like ice cream for the first time. That feels like this Wonder Woman, all these
Yeah.
years later, versus what Azzarello is doing, which is cool, and I love that story a whole lot for what it does. But here, Ares is again like a villain here because they're worried about him getting out wherever he was. And Hippolyta and her like council of Amazons are talking about how the gods don't really interact with them, and like this is a sign from the gods that they need to send someone out there, to make contact with man's world. So, I like how different it is, but it also is familiar at the same time.
Yeah. If I had any complaints, I just kind of wish they'd set up that they can make a plane invisible a little bit more. Just, it'd have been nice to get a little bit of...
Trevor, what are you doing with my plane, and why is it invisible now?
like, that was funny, and we know that she gets an invisible plane. I just wish there was just a little bit more... Just a bit...
but does it matter?
No, but here's the thing. By the time the next issue comes out, we need to find out why exactly she had an
It
invisible
does matter.
plane.
I'll tell you why it matters, Connor. It matters to me, at least. Because I don't like when stuff doesn't happen without rules. It's the same reason why I don't like magic. And I feel like Wonder Woman's stuff all does kind of have like sources and rules. The lasso comes from here. The gauntlets come from
This
here.
is a thing where the villain is a Greek god.
Yeah, but still,
Yeah,
like,
but they're doing it to something that's man-made. They're doing it to one of our planes. So
Right.
I want a
All
little
right,
bit of...
here's something. There's a plant on that island that they can crush down, and they rubber paste on things, and it makes shit invisible. How's
yeah,
that for
but that's sea level canon. That's Connor level canon. That ain't
Well,
Rucka. Right?
it's-
so
That's not what I was taking
Comics
C
from
to
the
stand for
Multiverse
there.
level canon.
But no, I get what Pete's saying too, because it always was so weird. Why does Wonder Woman have an invisible jet?
Like,
Like,
just-
yes, it was cool on Super Friends, but like,
Especially
why
since...
didn't they do it? They didn't even introduce the purple ray.
Because they've
here.
clearly established...
Did they?
They've clearly established that she can fly, right?
Yeah.
In this universe, in this version of the character. So I get that she has to take Steve back and maybe flying him the entire way is maybe,
I think it's more
But why
just
make
so
it
he
invisible
can have
if
his
that's-
plane back, and that it can't. I don't know. Maybe it's so that they don't see where it comes from.
But Connor, look at it this way: if you're someone who's never read Wonder Woman before ever, and you know almost nothing about the character, and you pick up, maybe not just now, but when this is a trade, right, and it's Wonder
Sure.
Woman year 1, right, and this new person comes to read this, and they get to this, oh, they've made his plane invisible. What are they thinking at this point?
It's just a little bit of a gag, isn't it? It's played as a gag, so
Well, yeah, I know, but I would like to have had a little bit more. It's a minor complaint. I really like this issue. Otherwise, I would like if all the elements of like what she uses and the plane are just a little bit more explained.
I get that. But I feel like when it's a gag, it doesn't matter as much. The stuff that she's using is different, but I feel like we'll get that in subsequent issues anyway.
Maybe,
All right.
but hey,
Are we gonna talk about invisible planes? Because
I want them to talk about invisible planes. I want just a bit of an explanation.
yeah. Well, I'm sure we will. I'm sure on the plane they'll have stuff to talk about.
I hope so. I hope so.